Hi, I'm Metako, and you're about to watch the Castlevania Symphony of the Night, All Bosses, All Relics, Save Richter run at ESA Winter 2019. Enjoy! Hey, what up? Right, I'm Metako. We're going to be doing another Castlevania Symphony of the Night run. Yes! Do the clapping. So this is the All Bosses, All Relics, Save Richter category. I'll explain it as when we get into things. The first thing I do need is the name for the save file. I've just presumed it's going to be the task, so please tell me if I'm wrong.
I will give it one more quick refresh, and it is indeed the TAS with capital TAS, if that is even an option.
Well, I can only give you capitals, so I hope that's enough.
That's perfect then.
I'll give you an exclamation mark just to make it even more official.
I think that's a good
Pop,
choice.
could you lower Metako for me a tiny bit? Alright.
Alright, are we ready to go? So yeah, I'll explain the run as when we go. So we'll start in 3, 2, 1. Symphony of the Night. Okay, so we start the game as always. Yes, yes, yes. Do that thing. So we start here like as a prologue, and this is the end of Rondo of Blood, the previous game. So we're going to beat Dracula. He's going to be the first fight. So you notice that I picked up hearts at the start. So again, we do 41 hearts at the start, and we're going to finish with 0 hearts at the end. And that's going to allow me to have a neutron bomb, which I'm going to use for a skip. And it also means that I'm going to... There we go. I also want to finish with the cross, the Holy Cross. That's going to give me more mana. Mana just means that I can do things for a bit longer. So that's the first fight. The general strap behind it is using Hydrostorm by pressing Y on the Xbox 360 controller and then mashing up an X to use my sub-weapon, which is little holy water vials. And it's one of these beautiful glitches that if you do it during a certain frame window, you can do tons and tons of damage. But that's the intro. It's really, really simple. Mainly we get Heart Refresh, which we're going to use for a glitch, and a Neutron Bomb, which we're going to use for a glitch. So this is Alucard, the character that we start with all the time. We're now in the Castlevania proper. So I will be keeping an eye on some of the enemies that I kill. Not as much as I would be during a traditional any percent or all bosses or other category. And that's because I'm going to be killing an awful lot more in this run than we normally would. So the first skip's coming up next. I'm going to avoid the cutscene with death that we would normally get involved with, and he takes all our gear, so I'm going to keep that all, and I'm just going to do it by just going through the room. But I'm going to kill this warg first. It's the first frame. So I can go into the map and I can check my positioning, and then that allows me to see if I'm on the right pixels for certain tricks and skips and things like that. So the way that works is I get a level up from the warg while in a certain position, and then I do some liney up stuff, and that allows me to go through the screen transition, and instead of going into the death room, I get shot through the other end, and we're through, and it's as simple as that. So that item there that I pick up, the Cube of Zoe, is one of the relics that we're going to be getting, all of them in fact in the run, and that allows us to actually pick up particular items from sconces and candles and things like that, so that will be important in the run. In terms of what I'm doing to move, it's really slow to walk forwards in this game, so I'm doing what we call backdashing. So that's just alternating between a backdash and a shield animation, and I can just cancel them out with each other. So I think I might have said backdashing, but shield dashing if we're not sure. Oh no, I got poisoned.
It's a bit bad, is it?
That's fine. It just means that the next fight's going to be slightly different. So when you're poisoned, you do less damage. The next fight we're going to do is with Slogar and Gaibon. So you can get a double kill on them where we stack the level ups, because we get 2 level ups, 1 from each. They take about 1.5 seconds, and if we stack them together, that's nice and quick. So you can do it this way, but it's unlikely, so we'll see what happens.
So yeah, if you haven't played this game before, that was one of the hidden moves in the game, which you can do. This game has a lot of like unique, like Street Fighter-esque moves that are not like ridden anywhere until you, I think, beat the game or you unlock something?
So it's weird. There are two ways to do spells. You can actually do every spell in the game from the start if you know what the inputs are for them, and they are like, you know, 3/4 circle forward kind of things, or half circle and stuff like that. As Ginny says, they are very much like fighter inputs. I think you can like buy them from the library to find out what the inputs are.
Oh yeah, so they show up in your inventory.
Yeah, so that's just one thing we can do. But if you know what the inputs are, you can just do it without having to think about it anyway. So if anyone's seen like a normal clock rush, which is the first 8 minutes of a Symphony of the Night run typically, this is a slight difference. So we have to get our first or our next relic by going a little bit out of our way. Now the general premise of the first 8 minutes is there's an arbitrary time stop 8 minutes into the game, and what we have to do is get to the clock tower before 8 minutes, and that means that we haven't lost any time. In this category, because we have to go out of our way to get this, it makes a sub-8 clock rush really, really difficult. It's unlikely at all that it's going to be done. So the goal is to get there before 9 minutes, because that will close the clock tower, which should be doable. I would have to mess up quite a bit, but it has happened before with this category of me. So we'll really just hope that we get to the clock tower in time. These are Fleemen, they're really nasty. Their movement is pretty random. We do want to make sure we nail both of them. So this is the clock tower. So you can see on the left there's that little pillar that's open, and it's just closed on us. And it's just opened again, which means that's 5 minutes. I think. So it opens on even minutes and it closes on odd minutes. We need to get back there. So we're just going to get some items while we wait and do that. Traditionally speaking, to get up there you need a very specific set of tools, but we're actually going to skip that with a really nice movement thing that we can do. So I've just picked up the stopwatch from that candle there. So that's another one of the sub-weapons I mentioned earlier. And the stopwatch, as it might indicate, stops time. And we're going to use that on the next boss, quote-unquote. It's really a mini-boss, and he looks a lot like us, suspiciously like us. And that's going to be coming up
very shortly. So can you, I don't think you explained the ABRSR.
Yeah. So all bosses just means that we have to fight everything that's defined as a boss in the game. So how we do that in Symphony of the Night is really nice. There's a time attack menu, and in the time attack menu we just make sure that we defeat all the bosses that are in that menu. Then the relics, so there are things called relics in the game, and we basically just have to pick all them up. So some bosses will drop them, they'll be in some areas that you wouldn't normally go to, and you certainly wouldn't see them in any of the other categories or runs that we do. And then the Save Richter is kind of like the really interesting tag on at the end. So as part of the all bosses time attack menu, Richter isn't in it. You can fight him, but we don't do it. So that was me stopping time and beating the next boss, by the way. So we've just added that in as kind of like another thing. So the idea is to have like, this is effectively like the 100% or completionist category of Symphony of the Night. So we get a lot of stuff in it. We do explore a lot of the castle, and it's, you know, pretty fast, pretty interesting. It's only a little bit, well, maybe 10 minutes or 12 minutes slower than the all bosses run to get everything added in. So it's a really nice addition. It's pretty cool. And because we actually get some of the relics, they also can affect some of the techniques and moves and movement tech that we can do in the game, which is also really exciting and different to see as well. So it's some of the things you will see, you'll not see again in any of the other categories and runs. Can fall through the floor here. But
so far, it looks pretty normal, though.
This is extremely similar. So the first 8 minutes are very similar in each of the runs, really. The first deviation we'll see will be in the, well, I call it the outside bit. I don't actually know if it has a real name. So I've now got Power of Wolf, which I got at the top of the elevator there. That allows me to turn into a puppy dog. And I get the Garnet there, which is one of the jewels in the game. And I'm going to be doing something very important to sell that, because I want to get lots and lots of money from it. So now we're just going to go back to the clock, because the wolf is the thing that we need to be able to get through the clock tower into the next area. So just going to continue on through. Now this is the really cool bit here. So the wolf is generally, or can be, slower than frame perfect shield dashing, but in this particular area, because of all the slopes, the wolf doesn't slow down on slopes, whereas you do when you're Alucard. So it's faster to do this as a wolf than it is as Alucard. Now, There's a really important thing at the end of this that I don't do and haven't done and will continue not to do, and it's what we call full wolf. So what you're going to see is this bit here. Oh, it's so slow, and look at the cancel animation. Okay, getting hit by that's not an intended part of this, but that's fine. But you can do it without actually having to take that fall animation, and it's very nice and beautiful. We call it full wolf, and we call what I do 3/4 wolf. So here we go. We've got back to the clock tower. And we know because it's open, it means it's sometime after 8 minutes and before 9 minutes, which is what you want. If you get here over 9 minutes, then you have to sit and wait until the 10-minute mark, so it's less than ideal. So now we're in Alrox's quarters, and we're going to make our way to the next boss, which is going to be Minotaur and Werewolf. And again, we're still going to be using our shield dashing because trying to navigate like these areas, it's still the best way to move instead of using the wolf. Can't use the stopwatch in the next boss though. Only certain enemies are susceptible to it. Unfortunately, the last one, which is our doppelganger, can actually be affected by it. So we do some cool things here. I'm going to try my best to manipulate these enemies. So he just stands there. He can chase you. Jump over him. He jumps over me. Kill him. And it's just a really nice sequence in the Colosseum. So again, because I've had to kill extra enemies and do different things, that's why I got the level up there. There is a kind of level thing for the ABRSR run and route, but it's less precise than the others because it's a little bit trickier to control exactly what you do and don't hit, but you can absolutely do it. So that was the next boss, really simple, just again, slashing with my excellent, powerful sword. So now I've got Power of Mist, that allows me to, again, navigate more areas, so I can get through grates that I previously couldn't. In any percent, I would use the library card I got before that boss, just to go to the library. But I'm going to pick up an item here first, which is kind of important.
Very good item.
It's probably the best item in the game. So this is the shield rod.
I mean, especially with your current shield, too.
Yeah. Okay, so now for like the RNG bit in the run, really, the most affecting part. So I need to jump off a book here and get onto a particular ledge. It can work, it can't work, it just depends on certain things. There you go, beautiful. That was what one might argue to be called textbook. But so as long as you do the jump and the transformation into mist, which you'll have seen, in the right positioning, one of two things will happen. And it will either be that you will be able to jump on the book and it will work, or the book won't follow you and then you'll just fall straight to the floor, which is what you don't want to happen. If your positioning is bad when you do it, you can get damaged by the book, and we do not want that to happen. Very car glitch. I'll explain this after I do it. I'm just going to do a shop right now.
I'm interested in this.
In case you're wondering what this is called garnet mashing. So I'm mashing frantically behind the screen that you can't see, but I assure you it's incredibly fast. Should have open doors. I'll explain the others in a minute. Duplicator, shield rod spell. This will make my shield do tons of damage. And then mana prism. Where's my mana prism? Mana prism restores my MP. Library card takes me back to the library. And the duplicator duplicates my items. Really nice. We'll pretend that was planned.
So basically, that's like the staple thing of any category of this game that's not PSP. I learned the hard way you couldn't do that on PSP.
Oh yeah, like the other versions are like super interesting. Oh, I got the optimal positioning there. So we call that like wolf to lesser demon. So the bit that I just did, you can do entirely as a wolf without untransform. What?
That flea man has killed me.
Axe armor is so good at the game. Next boss, so he's down. And then we carry on. So yeah, those items are really good for getting through there. But you can do the whole thing as a wolf without untransforming until that second room. So get through the gate with mist. And now we've got the power of bat, and we're going to transform into a bat, and that's going to be our main method of movement for a while. I feel like going through the floor. I think I'm going to do that next.
Oh boy.
That's one frame too late. There we go. Beautiful. So, I don't really know what to say about that. I just went into the floor. So the way that works is, for some reason, the hitbox of the wolf is really, really interesting. And for some reason, if you like untransform as the wolf, a particular positioning with regards to stairs, you'll be able to just clip into them and then turn into a bat and go crazy places. It's really, really nice. Okay, carrying on to the outsidey bit. Hang on a minute, do I need to go to the teleporter there? Let me just check. No, I don't. Okay, so the next thing is the Fire of Bat. So now I'm going to start doing my item requisition, where I'm getting items that I wouldn't normally do. So this is the first kind of detour. So normally we just go all the way to the left, but I'm just going to take a little trip down here. So here's my Fire of Bat, and then we're just going to continue on. So that's one of the relics again that we have to pick up as we go. Okay. Carry on through here. This is really nice. Going to damage boost off the Harpy onto the Cog. And then invincibility free. I'm using the Mana Prism through there. There's some really nice movement tech in this game.
The game has changed so much from what I remember.
Yeah, if I push against that and go straight up, I can align my sub-pixels so that I don't accidentally bonk. There's an invisible door there. It is in the original PlayStation version, and it got taken out of the Xbox version, but you can still bonk into it. Really, really well designed. Other things that I'm doing, I'm bat dashing, which is when I backdash into bat. So it gives me the movement of a backdash, but also gives me the bat properties as well. So here's the leap stone that gets me a double jump, and then I can do what's called bat dive, or where I just do a dive kick into a bat, and that's another really fast way of jumping forward. You're going to see that here, and then that's really fast for acceleration.
One of the coolest ways of movement.
It's so cool. So we're going to fight our next boss. Is going to happen. So what this is wing smashing. So it's a 3/4 circle forward while holding A, and then you let go. You can chain that infinitely. When we do that, we call that infinite wing smash.
It's not as easy as it looks. You have to continuously do the input.
There's a lot of timing involved.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Come at him from behind. He's gone. So the shield rod spell allows me to do. It's close to infinite damage really, but it's like 188 damage or something per frame. Okay. Next skip. So I'm going to use the Heart Refresh to give me hearts, and then I'm going to freeze time, and I'm going to line up. There we go. So I can see just by looking at the positioning of Alucard in relation to the tiles where I am. Let's go out of bounds. So that's the All Rock skip.
That's new to me, I think.
It's super, super cool. Okay. Now, here's the really important thing. That Heart Refresh, I want to get rid of and get a Mana Prism on straight away, because that Heart Refresh animation is 4.5 seconds, and that is slow, and you don't want to accidentally be Heart Refreshing when you're trying to restore your mana. So, there we go. So that's Sword Card, and we used to use the Sword Card to do the Fairy Card glitch that I did at the shop to give me infinite garnets. So you can see why it's faster to have the garnet, because the Sword Card's way out of the way. We've got our next boss now. It's All Rocks. Dive kicky, dive kicky, dive kicky. I'm just going to put my shield in his face, and he goes down. You get used to it. It's pretty good.
So when was Shield Rod with that shield implemented into the rod? Because I didn't know about that until I played the PS4 version, which essentially is PSP.
So we've used Shield Rod for spells. I think 2013 was the first time we used the Shield Rod spell.
Well, specifically with the Alucard shield.
Oh, the Alucard
yeah,
shield.
The blue shield, or what it's called.
Oh yeah, Iron Shield is what we used for a long time.
And this is new to me to see in a run. So.
I can't help but get the feeling we've been doing it for a long time, but I could be wrong. Someone would have to verify. If Talik Zealot or Rom Scout are in chat, they'll tell you exactly when we started using it. Because I bet Rom Scout was the first person to do it. Because he's the first person to do anything that we do in Symphony of the Night. Okay, so that was some bat thing that we just picked up. It's another one of the relics. And we're going to go on our way, and we're going to pick up the Gravity Boots next. Gravity Boots allow us to shoot up into the air really, really fast. Okay. If I'm really lucky, I can clip into the stairs with the bat on transform that way. Very, very precise, very difficult to do. It doesn't save an awful lot of time, but very, very cool. I think I got it in a previous ESA run. Go watch that, and then you'll see how it looks. So we're now combining a lot of the moving options that we've got. I was meant to move forward first and then do the backdash, and then I can do this really cool movement. I'll edit that out in post. So lots and lots of moving options. So I'm using my backdash, I'm using the dive kick into the bat, I'm using my infinite wing smash. I can also dive kick just out of an untransform like this. I've now got the gravity boots, you're going to see those soon. But before, I'm going to do another skip when I'm going to clip into the floor. So let's do that one now. That's too far. There we go. And now I'm
What? Even said what?
I'm amazed by my own prowess. So this is again, you're just in the floor, and then I have to move slightly to the left to be able to turn in the bat here, and then we're in an elevator. It's crazy.
I used to know this game. Now I definitely don't know this game anymore.
This category is the gift that keeps on giving. So this gets us the holy glasses. This is for the save Richter portion. So we're now going to put on my library card, get ourselves back to the library. Now this is the easiest thing for me to forget, because we do the library escape in every single category that involves Alucard. Get rid of the library card, because if I accidentally use it, I just come straight back here again. There's nothing worse than getting halfway out of this area and then accidentally coming back in again. Okay, so
quick question.
very scroll. Yep.
The ability of like the infinite shield thing
Yeah.
is based on your mana, right? Like
So as long as I've got mana, I can cast the shield rod spell, or I can get the effect of the spell.
how long is
as
that
well.
active again?
Oh, I think it's 180 seconds. I think it's 3 minutes, but only if you've got the shield out. So if I'm using a bat, it doesn't run out. If I'm shield dashing, it only partly runs out. It's just a beautiful thing. So here we're just going to do some fancy toad things here.
Way more broken than I. Oof.
Lovely. So that's a front dash. This is the fastest form of movement in the game. In the all bosses, we would just go to the second castle now. But I've got some business at the beginning of the game again that I need to get to. So let's get on to that. Okay, so this is janky because Alucard's not meant to travel through this area. Richter is meant to travel through this area. So I'm going to activate this. We're going to go here, gravity boot. And then we're going to activate this lever. It's going to get us out of here quicker later. Little clippy thing going on there. So we're going back to the alchemy lab. I need to get up here, so let's gravity boot up. And then we're going to go across a bunch. And then up here, and then up through this bit. And I don't want to activate any of them. That would be really bad if I did. Let's get our skill of Wolf here. Likewise, on the way back down, I don't want to hit any of those. But if I go underneath them, I'm not going to get them, which is lovely. And instead of going where I need to go, let's just go up a bit. So let's just do a bit more gravity booting here. And then we'll just go up again. So with the first time we went here, we were shield dashing through this whole area. And now you can see that we are doing all sorts of crazy stuff, which is really beautiful and fun. This is a bit of a nasty area, so I'm going to line up here, and then this means that I can just go straight up. And then we're going to go back to where we had Slogger and Gaibon, and this should be bat card, I think? That's something. Yes, bat card. And then on back through here. Now there's a really important thing that I have to do in the next room. So I have to be wing smashing going down, otherwise I'll actually get stuck on that elevator as it goes down, whereas if I do this I can just do whatever I want. I'm just going to wing smash through that cannon, why not? Don't go in there, that's a save room, don't need to do that. Do want to go through here, so let's just do this and then fall. Oh. And then there's a door, yes. Now we're going to go back to the very start of the game. But there's a really interesting mechanic as well. Right at the start that you probably would never do in a casual playthrough, and you would maybe never even realize it was there. So I broke a particular platform right at the start of the run, and I went through it. It was like a tunnel. It's right here. So to activate a certain thing in this game, I have to go left through it as a bat, and I need to go right through it as a wolf, and that unlocks a particular area. It's the best game ever. Okay, so we've got another little thing here we're going to pick up. So there we go, that's our power of Wolf. And I'm going to just demonstrate just how cool our Wolf is now. So we've got a super dash with the Wolf, and I can just go through enemies. Not even looking at the game anymore. Alright, Next skip. This one is genuinely tough. Okay. This might work. So I bonk against the wall, which lines me up with things. And I'm going to line up with this wall here as the bat, and hopefully I just go through the room. Nope. Okay, let's go again. So this is finicky, and there's sog pixel alignment and things. It can take a bit. But it's the same principle as the other ones. I use the heart refresh. I line up, and then I try and go through the room. There we go. Huzzah! Beautiful. Thank you very much.
I wonder if someone in chat was bringing you luck. I saw Dragon Blitz in there.
Oh, DV. It's his birthday today. Everyone should wish Dragon Blitz happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Dragon Blitz.
Happy birthday, Dragon Blitz. Okay. Holy symbol. Merman statue. I always forget the merman statue. Okay, holy symbol. So you can see there's like a ferryman there. And there are several of them, but you don't actually need to activate that one to advance the story, but the other ones you do. So this is the bit here which is quite tricky, so let me just see if I can remember. Is there lots of happy birthday in chat for Dragon Blitz?
Yes.
Oh, I could not be happier. I could not be happier. So I activate that lever, that lets me do something. And then I'm going to go through here, and I'm just going to just avoid the frogs. We call this Skeleton Man Donkey Kong, because it's like a skeleton dude, and he's got a barrel, and he throws it. I mean, self-explanatory. Frogs are scary. Frogs are scary.
Yeah.
Frogs are scary. Toads are scary. Okay, so if I line up here, I can wait for him to throw the barrel, and if he hits me, it's bad. If he hits the bridge, we're ideal. So in the all bosses category, we actually come into this area from the opposite side, but no need to do that in this one. Oh, Toad got me. Excellent, okay. So we're just going to break through the floor here. Bunk, 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 bunk.
There is something funny about this wall.
But that's the floor.
There we go. Now, I could just sit here and wait if I want. If I was going to be like flashy, like Talik Zealot, who's the best wing smasher in the community, I would show off how good I was by wing smashing to the right and not landing in the water enough to untransform from bat. But I'm just not that good at the game, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay on the boat and wait for this gate to open. He actually, genuinely, Talik is the most impressive wing smasher. He also plays on keyboard. Not that I'm saying that makes it easier for him or anything like that, but where is he? What's taking him so long? Hurry up. Okay, good. Open us up. Okay. And here we go. Merman. No, this is the holy symbol? Yeah, holy symbol. Alright, now it's time to fight another boss. I'm fed up with collecting items. Don't need him on the way back, though. So this is the bit where I kind of actually do need to wing smash, like, quite well without either hitting my head off the wall or landing in the water. That is what I would describe as close enough. Okay. So this is a Scylla worm. It's like mini Scylla. Dead. And there's a glitch that's going to come up after the Scylla fight, so I better not mess that up. I need a Buffalo Star on my first slot for it, though. So here we go. Let's just go kill the next boss. Oh gosh, that was difficult. Oh, blue. I didn't get it! I'm the worst! Oh, I feel deep shame. Now I get trapped by the walls. No! Oh, that's what I get for opening my mouth. I'm sorry, everyone. But it's okay, because it only wastes seconds. Okay. Gravity boot, gravity boot, gravity boot. Okay, so now we're going to go back through. We're going to do Cerberus next, I'm sure. No, we're not. I always get this wrong, because this is the wrong way around. Go up, go up, go up. We've got to fight Succubus. We must be succubied. Okay, here we go. Wolf. Zoom. Okay, so unfortunately the wolf like super dash move can only be used at certain points in the run effectively, because it's really easy to bonk into things. It moves so fast it's hard to control, but it is massively, massively fast. And it's very cool. So this is our actual next boss. So you can see like that's what the normal save room looks like, but no, we're in a nightmare, something. So the Succubus is like, oh, you're really hot, let's stay it. And you're like, no, I'm gonna put my shield in your face. Fun fact, hold left after this fight because it cues the cutscene faster. That ring I actually normally need to save Richter and get into the holy glasses that I've already got. So that gets us into like the underground area that I already glitched into earlier. So I can just ignore that. In the glitchless run, you would definitely want to pick that up. That's an essential item. Hello? There we go. Okay, so now we're going to fight another boss. Casually fall down here. Zoom. Wait. There we go. So you might have recognized this area from earlier in the game. So unfortunately, there are some points where you do actually have to backtrack slightly. Don't. Okay, so those are like health and heart max ups. If I pick them up, it's another like 1.5 second animation. So that's really slow, and we don't want to do that because, you know, we don't want to be terrible at the game because we've already missed one skip. That was Cerberus. Good fight. Oh, this bit's... Oh, the next room is horrendous. The demon car room is like really small, really finicky, really nasty. The imps are horrible creatures. No one likes them. If you go too far into the corner, you get trapped there, like this. So I have to transform into an animal form and then untransform. If I get hit by the fire, I get untransformed. So that's awful as well. Oh, just a nasty, nasty room. Don't like it at all. But I need that card because it's a relic. It's really important. It means a lot to me. Alright, let's do another boss. Oh, wait. I need to do something here that I haven't. This is important. Not even close. I'll go for one more time. This is impossible, this. Right, here we go. No. I haven't practiced that one in forever. That's the tightest floor clip that we've got where you turn into the wolf, you untransform and you go through the floor. I got pretty close the last time I went for it in a marathon, but it's super tight. There's no setup for it. We can't align our subpixels. We just have to pray that we get it. So, you know, not a big deal at all. But anyway, as I was saying, next boss. Grand Flundawn. Let's go back to the library.
Too good.
Okay. Right, now it's time for the second castle. And the most important thing, this is so important, otherwise the run becomes invalid. Holy glasses. If I don't have the holy glasses, I can't unlock the spirit that is captured Richter. And in fact, I would, not only would it be like really bad in that I wouldn't fight Richter, which is part of the run, the game would also end and I would get the bad ending. And it would be insanely fast. It would be like the fastest run of this ever, but it also wouldn't count. And I would have to go back to the start because we really don't save in this, even in marathons, because you don't die. You're super powered. Oh, it's fine. I got 3 out of the 4 front dashes there. Okay. Now this next bit's really janky as well, so we're going to get Power of Mist, we're going to get the Ghost card. Power of Mist is just horrible. Look, when you get to the outside area, you'll see there's just like no nice way at all to navigate. So I've got this to deal with. Then I've got all these pillars of various heights that get lower and higher and lower. And it's just nasty. And we've got Flea Riders, which are definitely playing better than I am today. Dude, leave me alone! Haha!
Well, he damage boosted you the right way for once.
Intentional, well planned out. We're in cahoots actually. I said I'll make you look good if you make me look good. Okay, so now we want to go up to the top right.
I remember this room.
Ooh.
Casually, this room is heaven.
Oh yeah, this is where you get everything. Okay, so I've got the holy glasses, which means that I can see Richter. Very important. I've got all the relics for the first castle. And now we're going to fight Richter. After I pick up the heart max like a doof. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. That spell. That spell. And he's gone. So for some reason, casting 2 spells is the fast way to go through that. Now, this is a really weird thing. So we're going to go into the upside down castle through this teleporter. That's going to allow us to find Dracula, who we're looking for. But it also gets rid of my shield rod spell. So if I hold up my shield to the next boss, I just get walloped by him. So I have to just quickly recast that. So I need to find my shield rod, and do this. This is really important that you don't forget about. And get our mana prism, and we can continue on with the game as normal.
Do we have a moment for our donation?
Yeah, go for it.
Got $10 from Birdie. Have to donate during one of my boyfriend and I's favorite game and favorite speedruns. We're watching right now and he doesn't know I'm doing this. Hi Gunslinger Tuna. Fantastic game, fantastic event, and a fantastic charity. Thanks for all the hard work to everyone involved.
Thank you very much. Alright, next boss. Now this is where things get really important in the run, and it might be useful if people actually remind me of this. So each of the 5 guardians of Dracula hold a relic. Now, in normal runs, like all bosses are 90%, we just go straight past out of the room as soon as we can. But in this run, I need to pick up the relic. And I'm really bad at picking up the relics from these bosses. If I don't pick up the relics, the run becomes invalid. And I've done that before. In fact, if there's anyone in the SoTN community who should have a reputation for forgetting things in some of our categories, it's me. So I've done various forms of some bosses. And I've also done most relics, all bosses, and Save Richter. So hopefully this time, I'm not going to forget the relics. And I'll be able to do some of the cool stuff. So for anyone who actually is well acquainted with the game as well, you'll notice that when I do my mist transformations, they actually take considerably longer. And I move a lot further as the form of mist. So that's one of the abilities that I've got from these extra relics that you'll notice. I can also fire things as a bat now. You don't want to do that because it's rubbish and slow. But it's something you can really easily do by accident. So I think if I hit X on the Xbox controller as bat, he'll fire a little fireball, which is cute and all, and it's really, it's adorable. But it's not useful or fast. But because we can't do it in any of the other categories, it's not something that you might even consider or think about. So that was Creature. We get the Tooth of Vlad from him. And one thing that another really good Symphony of the Night Runner Talic Zealot has done for me in terms of this category is he said, instead of just waiting for the relic to appear, he wing smashes through the relic, and it's a really good way to remember that you're waiting for it, and it's like, okay, I'm going to go through it rather than wait for it to spawn on top of me. Down. You. Okay. If I accidentally lose my stopwatch by picking up another relic, there is a stopwatch in that room. Good backup in case anything goes wrong there. Okay, next boss is coming up. Doppel 40. Now here's another bummer actually. So in the all bosses run, we do what's called a double mist, where you just hit the mist really quickly there, and it lines us up in the middle of this column. But because I've got extended mist now, it actually puts me too far and lines me up completely incorrectly. Oh, I can also sustain my form of mist. So there you go, there's the second doppel fight. Kind of whatever. Okay, so here's the next really difficult wing smashy room. There we go. This one I cannot do without on transforming. I am just not good enough at the game. It's really hard. So there's one. You can count the on transforms as we go. Okay, one is excellent for me. I am on form today. Going to the right might not be as good though. So when I wing smash to the right, I have what I call an up bias. So for some reason, I have a tendency to rise going to the right, and I go level going to the left. It could be to do with the controller angle. I have actually no idea what it is, but that was one on transform both times. I will take that every day. Okay, what's next? Death. Itchy nose is what's next. Okay. Oh, Rock Knights are a beautiful enemy. They've got janky hitboxes. So it's actually possible, even if you move completely fine there, that you'll just get knocked for 6 in the middle of nowhere near it, because their rocks have got hitboxes that do not line up with where they actually are at all. So Death, hardest fight in the game, because he moves freely. Goop, what am I doing? So that was everything not to do. Not only did I turn into mist, I then turned into a bat, and after I turned into a bat, I actually fired the fireball from the bat. It was beautiful, and that's why it's the hardest fight in the game. Okay, so death gets us the Eye of Lad. Next is another boss, so stopwatch there to stop these bats. Bats are horrible. Their movement is just, well, they're just horrible creatures. Okay, line up here. Okay, or not. We could just do that. We can line up here as mist in the other routes, but again, not this one because extended mist travel. So there's things that you have to line up with as a bat in this route where you couldn't before, or it would be preferable to do it as mist before. But we're still doing fine. Okay. So Galamoth is like a super boss, or the equivalent of a super boss in this game. And I guess casually, I mean, it might be really hard casually. I don't. It's been so long since I played this game without knowing how to just crush it. Even in a casual playthrough, there's enough stuff that makes it really simple and really trivializes the enemies in the game. That I don't remember what actually is hard and what isn't anymore. But he's the super boss, so we'll see how much trouble he provides for us.
Wait, the giant in the east.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
So it's really good. Oh, I can just like dive kick his crotch. You'll see that I do more damage when I hit his head than when I hit his torso. But I also do like so much damage per frame. It technically doesn't really matter. So now we get the last freestanding relic of the run. So it's the gas cloud. Nice for me.
Can I read a donation here?
Yes.
We have $50 from Wild Mouse. Thanks to Metako for exhibiting in the superior Alucard category, the only Alucard category where you interact with Richter twice. I tried to donate towards the Mario Mirror incentive, but it's not listed for some bizarre reason, so just buy money towards Runner's Choice.
Well, I mean, I could put it towards Wild Mouse's choice if he doesn't. For anyone who doesn't know, Wild Mouse is one of the best Richter runners we've got. That's the alternate mode in this game. You unlock Richter mode after you beat the game with Alucard, or one time. Really, really, really cool dude. I'd highly recommend you watching for all bosses of Richter, which is like the only real category of this game. You know, this movement stuff's all like really cool and tricky, and the rest of it, you know, you can say what you want about it, but Alucard is pretty approachable and accessible as a category. Richter is actually hard. Like, the good runners all run Richter, and the face runners all run Alucard. So I've done like any percent a couple of times just to like show it off really badly at ESAs and stuff beforehand. But I do plan on doing the all bosses run in a marathon near you soon, hopefully, because it's genuinely, it's the tough one. That's the one where I can't even speak when I'm playing. I have to focus that hard on every single thing. So if you remember, we spoke earlier about like having like fighting game inputs just for doing the spells with Alucard. Every single input with Richter is a fighting game input. So this is my most missed relic of all the runs. So Medusa, you fight in every single Alucard category. So normally you just rush straight to that door and get out of there, and you just don't even think about this relic. So far, I think I'm pretty sure I've got all the relics. I guess I could check at the end just to show off that I've done it right, or I could just make you all believe that I've done it, and then everyone goes home happy, which is probably the better alternative for me. Okay, let's do this again. What is going on? Okay, that's fine. Left, up, left. And then we'll just wing smash here. There we go. All good. Okay. So, we're going to get the last body part of Lad. You need 5 of them to open up the chamber that lets you get to Dracula. And the last one's held by Akmadun. So Akmadun's a fun fight. If you've got the Holy Water sub-weapon, which you would in the glitchless category, you would just throw Holy Waters at him. And he actually dies about as quickly as he does here. So again, this is a perfect opportunity. Lots of runners do front dashes here, just because it looks cool. His death animation is really, really slow. A good cue for when things happen is when his feet start to dissolve. That's pretty much when things start to move. Lovely. And we've got three bosses left. So we've got Trio. Trio are from Castlevania 3, so if anyone knows them. Grant Trevor and the girl. Scylla, Aria, it'll come back to me at some point. We're going to fight those 3 next. We've got Beelzebub, and we've got Dracula himself. So, not doing too badly.
Trying to grasp all the new things you're doing is really hard.
It's really there's so much in
So
this
much
run.
new
It's
stuff.
crazy. So here's the trio. Stopwatch to stop the movement. Mana Prison for invincibility frames. Shield that. Make sure you kill Trevor first because he's real easy not to. Oh, it's Cypher. That's it. Go through here. You can get through that gate sooner than you probably think you can. Okay, so now we're going to do Beelzebub, and then it's Dracula for the finish. Make sure that you're touching the stairs here when you wing smash upwards, otherwise you go forwards, and you do not want to do that, because you'll get hit by the enemies. So, if you remember ages ago when I did the first shop, I got the Jewel of Open, and I said it opens things. It literally opens this door. In the run, that's the only thing we need it for. So if you don't get the Jewel of Open, then bad things will happen.
Chat's asking if you picked up the relic.
Which one?
I don't know. They just say question mark.
That's
relic
not
question.
cool. That's not cool. Who started that?
He did. He did.
I don't
Apparently
know.
did, guys. So don't
I
worry.
never know.
I saw it. He did.
We'll check. It's fine. If we didn't, we didn't. We'll change the name of the category, and then we'll just say that I got a world record in that instead. I mean, the worst thing is, like, if we did actually find out we missed a relic. Oh, by the way, I should have them all at this point. But if we did find out, I might not even know which one it is or where it is. I just know what to do in order of the run. So, you know, don't hold out on it. Okay. I think
It's
that's...
a hot refresh strat.
Yep.
That's a ROM do this super early on in this round. You got it?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's an RSL, or reverse shift line, and good job, me. Up. There we go. Should I check my relics to see if I've got them all?
I think you're fine.
Do we want to see if I've got all the relics? Or do we want to should we just have faith?
Press 1 in chat if you want to see him double check it.
Make it quick.
Make it really fast.
And I mean really fast. Like the runs has got about 30 seconds left.
Dragon Bliss says no.
He says no?
He says no.
There's a good reason for
Just
that.
go Talic. 2 1 2 1 2 1 1 2 2 1 minus 77 1 1 1 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 169.
Do you have a count of those, Ginny?
Other people read numbers. Ginny just sees binary in his eyes. He's counting it all up. Anyway, so this is coming right to the end of the run right now. This is the final boss. This is Dracula. This is a roller coaster run. Like, there's no downtime. It's all go. It's super exciting. Everyone should learn it. Everyone should run it. We're not going to be able to check the relics or not, but time's coming up now. There it is. Hang on. That might be a PB.
Really?
I think it might be. Talik can tell us. He'll know. He knows my. He knows.
It's Talic in chat.
He knows my runs better than I do. Right, things to run down. If you want to see that done even better than that by another 4 minutes, Dragon Blitz is the record for it. It's probably the least optimized category that we've got in Symphony of the Night. It is our 100% or full completion category, short of getting all the map percent. So, I mean, if you pick it up, there are lots of people who care about it and are interested in it, and there's lots of movement that we can get and the leaderboard for that. All the other categories are really like packed and full, and there's lots of resources available. Learn the run. It's easy. It's fun. The community is genuinely outstanding. Annoy Talik Zealot. He might say nasty things to you, but he genuinely cares. And other than that, just like go and have fun. So that's going to do it for me. I think more Super Mario 64. There's definitely more of it. I don't even. We'll just assume it's more 64.
more things.
Next
coming.
run is Super Scalamania.
Close enough. Super Scalamania 64.
Oh, by 2C plus, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome. So like, hang out for that and enjoy that. Thanks very much. I'll see you all later. Have a good one. Cheerio. Bye bye.
Have Super Scalamania Celeste.
Oh, so this is your big one tonight.
Yes.
Okay.
I saw a friend play it, and I'm excited to see how the speedrun looks like. I've never seen it before, so pretty excited.
It is also 100%.
What about you?
It's
know.
also 100%.
So you get
I'm
to see
gonna learn a lot,
everything.
yeah.
You're gonna see everything. Well, let's see. I personally haven't seen Celeste yet, but I've heard Celeste. I've heard that it's a very nice
Are you
speedrun.
okay?
Very. What? Come on.
No bully, please.
Yeah, like what is this?
Okay,
But I've heard it's a
sorry.
really good speedrun and it's very interesting to watch. And tomorrow I think I'm a bit excited for Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. That should be entertaining, at least. And yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to.
Okay, that's nice.
And now we only need 65. Can't math. $56. I'm something wrong with me right now.
Do you want a Red Bull?
No, not right now. Later. $56 and then we have 22k. So yeah,
We can do it, guys. 22k.
can we do it before the next game starts? $56. Is that?
We will bark.
Therese will bark. She
I
hasn't.
will
She
bark.
hasn't.
I
She hasn't
haven't
even barked
barked
yet.
yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Therese will bark if we get $56
You haven't
in the
seen my
next
bark yet.
in the next couple minutes.
I'm a big dog, unlike you.
I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna say her bite is worse than her bark.
Whoa. Okay.
Wait, how? If you're a big dog, though, how can your bite be worse than you not? Like, damn.
The bite is worse.
So it's a big bite and a big bark.
But big dogs bite much worse than the small ones.
Yeah, they're more powerful.
Exactly.
All right. I guess we'll keep talking a bit now so that people actually have a chance to get the 22k. Otherwise,
Yeah.
they won't get the pleasure of hearing the barking here and have
This
their,
is like your only chance.
have their eardrums shattered. Let's see. What runs did you watch today that you kind of thought were cool? Maybe.
I didn't. I was sleeping. I stayed up all night, so I was sleeping all day.
Cherries, what were you doing all night?
I was playing board games.
You keep playing these Catan games and.
I won yesterday.
Okay. Anyways, unfortunately, we did not get the 22k, but you will get to see Super Scalemania anyways. So here we go, Super Scalemania any % on the PC by 2C+. Have
Enjoy.
fun and enjoy.